Who said you cannot eat treats or desserts when you're on a calorie deficit? That's BS. The smart way to go about it is to plan them into your daily calorie budget. So let's say you want to eat a Snickers tomorrow. One Snickers bar will be, let's say, 250 calories. Depending on your daily calorie budget, you will need to remove 250 from your, total daily calories. And what's left is what you will need to plan your meals into. So if your daily calorie balance or calorie budget is, for example, 2000 calories, you plan and remove 250 from it, and the remaining 1750 calories is what you have to split between breakfast, lunch, dinner, and maybe possible other things like cappuccinos or fruits. So now all you need to do is to log this treat in your tracking app for tomorrow and just forget about it. Eat your Snickers guilt-free. As long as you balance your macros during the day and meet your daily norm of proteins, you can have a tasty treat without affecting your weight and if you are on a weight loss path as well. Now, I personally prefer to stuff my desserts with protein, so I get the double win, pleasure and extra protein. While with commercial treats, it starts to become more and more popular to show calorie count or, add extra protein to products, literally to everything. I still prefer to make my own desserts, so I know exactly what goes into my food. Let's go. My absolute favorite dessert number one, protein charged brownies. It is soft, chocolatey, sweet, also quick to make. And a serving of 150 grams, which is quite big, I should say, brings you a whopping 17 grams of protein in only 250 calories. The ingredients include cacao, milk, an egg, whole grain wheat flour, whey protein, and banana. I also use some butter on my baking dish to avoid things getting sticky. Smash the bananas. Mix it all together. Lightly coat your baking dish with butter. And put it into a preheated oven. Bake it at 180 degrees for about 20 minutes or so. Well, you'll see and smell it. Depending on the oven, you'll get the brownie faster or slower. I like when the chocolate inside is a bit runny, so I take it off in about 15 minutes. It comes up as one large brownie, and I just cut whatever size, whatever piece I want, which is convenient if, on some days I have slightly less calories to spare in my budget for a dessert. An easy way to track all that is to create a recipe in the tracking app. For example, I use Fat Secret, and here it's called Cookbook. Log all your raw ingredients in grams. Then measure total weight of final product, so the final brownie, and save it as serves, where 1 gram of the product of brownie will account for 1 serving. It is just an easier way, to track things this way. Mine turned out to be 532 grams, the total thing. And in the app, it is saved as serves. So no need to remove the whole brownie from its dish. That is also why I measured the empty dish, the weight of it before. So now I could just deduct it from the total weight. By the way, this is just one of the tricks I share with my clients in my weight loss program to help ease their food tracking experience. Because, it can be mentally tough to constantly log and weigh products. So my program is packed with hands-on tricks and tips on how to speed up those things and make them easier, along with a lot of other things. So whenever I want to get a slice of my brownie, I weigh the piece and log it in my diary. So my slice is 150 grams and I log it as 150 servings in the diary, and voila. As you probably noticed, I didn't add any sugar or honey because my protein powder is already pretty sweet, and also bananas gave its fructose to my dessert, making it perfectly sweet for me. It is also a great way to avoid added sugars in your treats. By the way, if you would like to try those recipes, having them on your phone actually might be pretty handy. So I put them all into a PDF, which you can download for free. The link is in description down below. The next dessert I fell in love with is rice cake a la tiramisu. It is so flavorful, so soft, creamy. Though it takes a little bit more time to make it, but it's really, really yummy, especially if you're a coffee lover. This dessert gives you almost 17 grams of protein and takes only 223 calories from your daily calorie budget. Here is what you will need for one portion: a shot of espresso, Greek yogurt, and cacao for frosting, 2 rice cakes, protein powder, favorite nuts, and a nice thing about this dessert is that I log the ingredients into my tracking app once and then just save it. It will be sitting in this saved meals tab. Next time, all I need is to follow the exact recipe and just tap on this, saved meal tab and choose my dessert. It will add it into my diary, and I won't have to weigh actually anything or add every single ingredient one by one. It saves really a lot of time, and if you're counting calories on your calorie deficit, you want to save as much time as possible. Now, let's put it all together. Get your espresso shot, sink rice cakes in one by one, let them soak in the coffee for just, quick minute. Don't leave it for too long, otherwise they will become too soft and smooshy and just, fall apart. Mix yogurt with protein powder. Lay your yogurt mix on the first rice cake. Place the second rice cake and add another layer of yogurt. Then sprinkle cacao on top and decorate with some chopped nuts, or the other way around. My partner loves walnuts, so that's what I'm gonna do this time. Then I leave it in the fridge to cool down a bit. and enjoy. The final dessert I will share here is cheesecake. Actually, I was planning to show you my protein cupcakes, which are super cool snacks to take with you, on the go. But when I tried this yogurt cheesecake, it totally took over. So I guess the cupcakes are gonna have to wait for another video. So, homemade protein charged tender cheesecake, in my own interpretation, is made of high protein yogurt, skyr yogurt, and curd cheese. A 150-gram slice of it provides with 13 grams of protein and only 180 calories. You will need ripe bananas, skyr yogurt, 2 eggs, semi-fat curd cheese. Here in Poland it's called twaróg. I decided to add it to my recipes instead of keeping it strictly yogurt based because twaróg, the curd cheese, is a high protein, low calorie product, and it also adds a little bit of texture into my cheesecake. If you're a sweet tooth, also feel free to add some sweeteners like stevia. Blend it all together. Pour into a baking dish. Don't forget to prep it with a little bit of butter to avoid stickiness. And send it into preheated oven. My baking dish is not the best for this dessert. Would be great to have something more round so it's easier to cut the slice, but whatever. I baked it at 180 degrees for 25 minutes, but again, you just need to keep an eye on the thing once in a while. Depending on your oven, it will bake faster or longer, so just watch out that the surface doesn't get burned. After it's baked, I leave it to cool at room temperature and send it to a fridge for a few hours. And here you go. Yummy, tender with light texture, homemade, super high protein, low calorie cheesecake. You can, of course, serve it with fruits or berries if you want to. Here we are, my top 3 low-calorie, high-protein desserts, perfect for any sweet tooth when you are also on a calorie deficit. They all contain protein naturally, be it from yogurt, eggs, even whole grain flour, cacao, and of course curd cheese, but also they're amplified with added protein powder. If you would like to have those recipes easily accessible on your phone, download them for free. The link is in description to this video. Also, I would love to hear from you. What are your favorite homemade desserts? I'm always on the lookout for new ideas, so please share with me and I will try to make them here. Cheers and see you soon.